Hi, my name is Derek with Everglades Equipment Group. Coming at you today from Orlando, Florida, introducing the new John Deere Q800 series. Introducing the John Deere Q810E. This is a 36-inch commercial stand-on mower. Similar to our walk-behind W36, this is going to offer best-in-class operator comfort. Stand-on platform, easy adjust deck height, parking brake, familiar zero-turn controls. This is equipped with a 5.6-gallon fuel tank and a 19-horsepower Kawasaki engine. Next up the ladder, we'll have the John Deere Q820E. This is going to be the old style, equipped with a fabricated deck, 3 blades underneath. Similar deck adjustment to our 36-inch with the side control. 5.6-gallon fuel tank again as well, bumping that horsepower up to 23.5. Kawasaki engine again as well. This one is also available, like the 36, with a mulch control kit. This could be done through John Deere or aftermarket alternatives. Next in line, we're gonna have the Q850M. The Q850 is gonna be offered in 2 different models. One shown here today is gonna be the Q850M series. We will also have this in a Q850R. Difference between the two, truthfully, being transmission speed. R maxing out at 12 miles per hour. This machine is offered in 2 different deck style choices, the 54 and 60. Also, along with the R series, which will be offered again in the 54 and 60-inch. This is equipped with a 27 horsepower. Similar to the Q820, this is going to be something for productivity. Large yards, large accounts, things like that, where you need that size, every stroke to count, pass after pass. Getting that job done quick, this is a perfect machine. Bolt-on accessories available for these machines, such as trimmer rack shown here, and side block-off plate. This helps with certain things along mulch beds, windows, close proximity cuts, helps keep the debris underneath the deck, keep that nice finished cut. Getting to the back, we will have dual tanks instead of the singular tank like seen on the Q820E. This is gonna offer you all day mowing support. 6-gallon saddle tanks each side, fill them up equally, drain equally, ready to roll all day. Also differs from the Q820E series, we have moved the deck height adjustment over here to the right-hand side and a lot closer to the operator station for ease of use, changing in and out on the fly. This is going to also go from that 5-inch down to that 1.5-inch cut depth. On this machine as well, we're also going to have the digital heads-up display with digital fuel consumption use, or fuel gauge life rather. Also equipped just like every other machine with the electronic blade engagement, throttle control, and choke. Easy access on the rear as well is also going to allow you access to the transmissions in the back, keeping everything clean, keeping everything tidy, ready for the next day, ready for the next job. And at the top of the food chain, the Q865 R EFI. This is John Deere's EFI stand-on machine. This is also one of our deluxe R series machines. Differences between the R to the M is basically going to differ between transmission types. While the M series is going to mow at 10 miles an hour, this one's going to push an impressive 12 miles per hour. Also, this one will be available in a 54 or 60-inch deck option. Similar to our zero-turn mower, these things are going to spin on a dime. Go over the displays now. Starting with the E series, we're going to have, starting off on our left-hand side, choke and throttle with the orange handles right here. This is going to allow you to choke the machine if you're having that rough start in the morning, and throttle control if you're just moving from front to back, or if it's time to engage those blades, getting that throttle kicked all the way up, getting those blades ready to roll. Speaking of blades, next off to the right-hand side, we will have the yellow rocker switch, which is going to engage the deck blades. Next to that, we're going to have the key switch, turning the machine on or off. These are starter machines, so these will start up at the turn of a key. Lastly, right above the key switch, we're gonna have the hour meter. Speaking on those maintenance points, that's gonna tell you how many hours you've operated this machine. You can keep a log at this weekly, monthly, as long as you know that 100 hours is up, it's time to get that oil changed and keep your record straight. Moving into the M's. On the display side of things here, we're gonna change up to a digital display. Positives about this is it's going to tell you on this display how much fuel consumption, how much fuel you have left, battery life, hours, things like that. Heads up warning lights will also be displayed on here, along with the choke being a little bit closer to the operator, the throttle being dead set center, key being off to the right hand side. This one will also have the PTO rocker switch right off to the right, similar to the position of the key. Finally, on this Q865 R series, much like the Q850M and R series, we're gonna have the same heads-up display. This one's gonna tell you hours right up on the meter. It's going to tell you revolutions per minute, how fast the engine's running, how fast you have that throttle up, if it's ready to cut, and it's also gonna tell you your battery voltage right up there on the heads-up display. On the top half of the display, we are going to have the stop light, warning light indicators that will pop up as problems arise. Contact your dealer for information about these lights if you're unsure what they are. Jumping to the maintenance side of things, daily there's a few things that you should check. Grease points being one of them, and how clean is my mower? Did I mow in the dusty elements today? I should probably be checking my air filter and the top of my deck. Using my leaf blower to remove the debris from the top of the deck, and using water to maybe wash the rest of the workstation where I've leaned against all day, keeping that water away from the movable points, such as front casters and spindles. These items are greasable, but avoiding water is definitely a plus. Something else we should take a look at too, engine oil level. Maybe not every day, but if you've noticed an oil consumption in the past, or you've even noticed that the oil was maybe a little bit low, or you got an oil leak somewhere, it's something you would probably want to put into that at least weekly checkpoint. Oil's needing to be changed annually or every 100 hours. So if you get 100 hours knocked out in 2 months, it's time to get that oil changed. If you've only put 50 hours on this year, you're ready to roll. Keep in mind, everybody's going to use these machines a little bit different, so maintenance is going to differ customer to customer. So with all these choices, you might ask, which one is going to fit my needs the best? Starting off with deck sizes for one thing, that's really going to qualify you into the right machine. If you have customers with a 40-inch gate, this 48 just ain't gonna work for you. If you have customers with an acre backyard, this 36 is gonna take you all day. Breaking it down, 36-inch gonna get you into most common household gates. Most of your HOA communities, most of your small private areas, most of those little doorways you see that you would walk through in a fence line. Once you get to that double door, your sizes aren't restricted as much. Depending on the property, you can get away with a 48, a 54, or a 60. With that being said, you also got to keep in mind your customer's backyard. Size is a big thing. 36-inch might take you a few hours, where that 60-inch might take you half an hour. That being said, time is money. Starting off with the 36, 19 horsepower. That's going to power those two twin blades on that 36-inch deck perfectly. No crazy fuel consumption, getting that job done right. On the Q820, this is a 48-inch. This one's bumping it up a little bit just to handle that extra blade underneath. This one's going to be a 23.5 horsepower Kawasaki engine. This one very similar to our sit-down Z920 series. The Q850 is also going to be one bumped up a little bit again, 27 horsepower. This one is right on par with our Z950 series, offering that 54 and 60-inch deck. That one is going to be ready to handle both deck sizes. Q865 R is a fuel-injected option. If you got trouble with the carburetors, not being able to get it to fire off in those cold mornings, this is the machine for you. This runs with a 54 or 60-inch deck, 34 horsepower. This thing is ready to mow all day. Hopefully you got a better understanding of which machine's right for you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us or click the link below, subscribe and share.